The double life of my billionaire husband. Is it all a dream? I often wonder about the true face of my husband. Is he the hard-working, successful businessman I married, or someone else entirely? Everything seemed perfect before I noticed anything was amiss. His passion for work and devotion to our marriage was unbeatable. I felt like the luckiest woman alive. I started to notice subtle changes. He had become increasingly distant, and was often absent. I would not be able to reach him for hours. Fear started to take a hold of me. I didn't understand what had changed. I decided to investigate and began to look for clues. I started to think there was something going on behind my back, and I was determined to unravel the mystery. I followed him around town and started to become more suspicious. To my surprise, I found that he had a secret life. He was meeting with the same woman on a regular basis. I was worried and confused. My husband and was presented with vague answers. I didn't believe his lies and decided to get to the bottom of this. I secretly followed them both and soon learned that he was not who he said he was. He had a double life as a billionaire and was not honest about it. I confronted him about what I discovered, and he did not deny it. He told me that he was a billionaire businessman, and all the time I had thought he worked regular jobs. I was overjoyed to learn that the father of my children was a wealthy man and could provide for us. Still, I felt a sense of betrayal. I started to search for answers about his double life. I wanted to know why he kept it so hush-hush. I was sure it had something to do with his past. I found out more information and found out he had been in the news before. I was surprised. I had been living in a bubble and was unaware of his fame. He had made his wealth using dishonest methods. Although I was surprised to learn this, I decided to stand by him and see this through. I began to understand the reality of his situation and why he kept it a secret. He wanted to protect us from the consequences of his unethical business practices. I slowly started to comprehend the double life of my billionaire husband. I was scared and unsure what to do. Was it a dream or was it real? I confronted him about the choices he made and how it affected our family. He calmly explained his point of view and his reasons for his actions. His words began to sink in and I slowly started to understand his reasoning. It all made sense to me now. He was trying to protect us from the truth. After some time and reflection, I decided to embrace the double life of my billionaire husband. Things were much more complicated now, but I was ready to face them head-on. But I was still anxious about what could happen in the future. After all, it was all an illusion and could be over at any moment. I wanted to take control of the situation and decided to talk to the woman he was secretly seeing. I needed answers and wanted to understand what was happening. The woman was not surprised when I approached her and revealed who I was. She had been expecting me and shared her story. It turns out, she had been working as a mole for my billionaire husband, gathering information and keeping certain secrets. After this conversation, I was able to understand the full picture and started to accept it. I still had fears, but I was determined to get through this. I had to trust in the double life of my billionaire husband and accept it as part of our reality. I needed to let go of my worries and move on. Eventually, I came to terms with the double life of my billionaire husband. I embraced it as part of our lives and started to accept it.